Hi everyone, welcome back to another installment of Rediscovering Runescape. This one is the last episode of the year and we've been raiding overtime for some really big upgrades, so thank you so much for the support and growth this year, and let's jump in. Fine, we take a staff because it's deserved. Oh, it's purple! Let's go!
What's yours?
It's actually... Oh shit, that's one of the... Okay, nice, that's one of the goals complete. Okay. Now, this might be a good time to remind everyone that the 5 goals in the account, one is an Infernal Cape, the second is make 1 billion GP, and the other 3 are a purple from every raid in my name. So this is one of the 5 goals complete. And this is all on the fresh start worlds, so you know, those worlds that Jagex released and you forgot about. And yeah, here's the first one. Surely?
Surely, right?
Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Another one! This is the worst day of my life. This is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. I'm not upset. I'm upset. Okay. I'll try 19.8 again.
Right.
Oh, it's sold. Sold for 20 exactly. I gotta save all the little like useful texts and things you can do in raids. This like Bubba cheese running around the boulder is like unsurprisingly very effective in this kind of like low level raid and duo. But we've used this so much now, but it's just very good, honestly. I guess last first, and then just unavoidable. You're fine. That's actually a decent time again. Alright, 300 duo deathless, surely rewarded.
Was it
The back it was deathless, the back to back. Oh, you never know, you never know. Sad though, now. Oh, I got the thread and I can't use it. That's okay. I'm the Seed King.
Holy moly.
I got the cache of runes, the cachet.
2 blood essence.
3,500 blood runes. That's hilarious. That's so much money. Yeah, terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I kind of want the pet.
Sure.
It's not a pet.
That's a pretty decent inventory. It's like a mil or 2. Take it.
Go do a solo.
Yeah, me do a solo. Very funny. Oh, dude, I got the chest. I got the chest. I got Renar, Sep Dragons, and a Blood Essence. That's so good. So this set of like 5 or 6 loots really shows how good the regular loot is from ToA. Seed prices on Fresh Start Worlds are insanely high. There's not a lot of people who are actively farming. I mean, the amount of people playing is staying pretty high. But resources like that and all sorts of seeds are into the 50-60k mark, so really good GP profit even from the regulars. No HP.
Two action.
Dude,
Oh moly.
I had to sit my own brew for a second, man. That's actually awful.
Speaking of
Oh,
apples.
dude, okay.
Okay.
Nice. I think that's fairly on rate, honestly. That's not bad. It's yours again.
Fine, yeah.
Nice. Alright, come on. Don't be anything but a
okay.
Missouri mask and like a
Okay,
ward,
so I'm
right?
going to the shop, so I'll be right back.
Oh, come on, open it, please. And anything but a Missouri mask or a ward is fine. Bear in mind, ward is like obviously like fairly common, but come on, just give us a fang. Give us a fang. Fang is huge. Please. Yes, fang. Okay, perfect. That's technically my fang, and then the next one we get is a split, but that's sick. Awesome. Nice. Okay. I just realized something, dude. I can't use it. I'm 80 attack.
I know.
We can keep it and I can train. I can do some Slayer and try and train some. I can't just get 2 levels out of nowhere though today, right? It'll take a while to get the next level. Well, that Fang is a massive upgrade, and the deal we had in place, because we're doing a lot of duo raids and we're doing a lot of ToA, if we had a Fang drop, it made a lot of sense that I kept it and kept the entirety of it for the meantime, so that we could farm more duos effectively and do 300s. And the next Fang duo we get is all Shawnees. Now, don't tell them, but it might take a bit of time to pay that off. It's kind of hard to put into words how OP the Fang really is right now, despite some of the changes bringing it up and down a notch. This thing is amazing at ToA, effectively, beating every other weapon for melee, but it's insane at Chambers and ToB as well, so this is a weapon that will carry me through all 3 raids. So this Fang really does open up the game. As you can see, we're doing a little bit of ToB now, trying to test the waters and see if it's viable. And Maiden itself wasn't too bad. We only have 1 freezer who can guarantee freezers on the crabs, But with a trio scale, it's not too bad. You can just burst down the remaining ones or get some hits on them, so the healing isn't really too bad after all. As far as bloat goes, it's pretty much just bloat. Go around and click it every now and then and dodge hands. It's not too crazy in any scale or anything, so that's just fine. Likewise with Nilo, it's really not too bad in trio ToB scale. We actually have decent weapons, so we have pipes, we have whips, and we have tridents, and at the end of the day that's all you really need. As long as you're clicking Nilos, you'll get through the room. And of course in times of great peril, our Barrage just throws a couple out and freezes everything on the pillars, and the big newbie strat works perfectly fine for this kind of stuff. As a little bit of a Christmas treat, here is a Nilo spin for your viewing pleasure. As far as Satetse goes, fairly simple again, and Fangs kind of go crazy on this guy. Satetse's always got fairly high defense, you can't reduce it to 0 even with hammers and BGS, so having the bit of defense there means Fang really excels compared to Whip or whatever else I may have. Best approach at Zarpus is meleeing here. We do think that whipping is a bit better than fanging because we have a good amount of defense reducing stuff. Don't mind the bone dagger in my inventory, but the other guys have BGS and hammers. So with a couple of good specs, whipping here is probably better than fang, but fang specking is still strong as well. But for the most part, this room does get cluttered fairly quickly. We're not hitting too high because of our gear, but with a good bit of stepping in and out and being careful where we land the poison, it's going to be okay. Last and certainly not least, it's Verzik. Now P1 is just P1, we just spec and hide, nothing too great about this. And moving into P2, it turns out that Fang on Slash is actually really effective for the entirety of the Verzik fight from P2 to P3 onwards. So this was actually very good DPS, and again we're all like 82 attack and scuffed gear, and we're getting through P2 just fine, so turns out Fang again just tends to win. I'm sure everyone's seen the meme by now, but basically the Fang is the square hole. That's the easiest way to put it. The other really cool thing about the Fang, which is something that for me means quite a lot, is that it's a 5-tick weapon, and at Verzik you can do a 5-tick method known as the Pog Tank, which is what you're going to see here. And the Pog Tank is a 5-tick method to keep Verzik stationary as long as you're tanking. And there's a couple of like fun adaptations that you can do, which I've always been a big fan of. But just because it's 5-tick means that this is like a tick lossless method with Fang, and it's just very fun to do. And for what it's worth, I'm going to link the one of my Pog Tank videos in the description in case anyone's interested in that kind of stuff. Because for me, this is like one of the best parts of ToB is learning all the tanks and the Pog Tanks and stuff. Not for everyone for sure, but it's very fun once you get it down and helps the team out a lot as well. Alright, so there we are. That's the first ToB on the account, and coming in at a time of about 35 minutes, so fairly reasonable, but of course no loot, sad scam game. Nice. Hello YouTube, I have a bloodshot now. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That highly. A 70. What?
Okay, that was. I wasn't even in the room.
That's insane, dude. What? I didn't know you could hit that. That's fucked up.
Can we wipe again?
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, let's start again. Like. And die apparently. Lovely.
Amber moment.
I was looking for it, but it was gone.
Yeah. R.I.P. loot chance.
You died too, buddy.
I died to a very unfortunate, unavoidable mechanic. It's purple! Okay! That was deserved. Nice.
About time.
Yeah, I guess. What? I just got I just got soul runes. Just soul runes.
Nice.
Okay.
Some pretty good loot as well.
Good game. Stuff.
I'm feeling
Mine.
a body.
Missouri chaps. Please don't be like Bear Award. Oh, I was right. Okay. Interesting. Haven't seen those yet. 100 Thermal FSW. Okay. It's a good swim. If it was, if it had killed me, I would have been very, very unhappy.
I'm bad on Nidos, but other than that, I'm okay.
Deathless raids.
Yeah, Deathless raid.
Fine, we get a top pack. Oh. I got 62 Ranars, that's actually very good. So now we've got some upgrades and a bit of spare money. I bought myself a cannon, been doing a bit of Slayer, and one of the things I want most of all is a rune pouch, because right now I've got to hold 3 to 4 runes in the inventory if I want to do anything in the game. And it's kind of a pain just losing 2 slots for free. I need 75 crafting, or I guess 70 crafting, to make the new rune pouch as well. And I'll probably do that at some point in the future. So that'll be 4 slots for runes that I can just carry around. Most importantly, it's useful for stuff like Inferno, but especially if I want to go to do solo chambers or just even ToA, those slots are valuable, and right now I'm losing out. So this is going to be a bit of a mid to long term goal that I work on, because I don't trade much. I'd rather raid than do Slayer, but in the downtime, I'll get this done.
That could be a fun little game in the late, man. Just try and kill people on the last row.
What, on the last row? Yeah, there'd be some tactics that come up in. The sad. You have more fun when it goes purple though. Is that another thread? Okay. Right, decided to go and get my Salve Amulet finally. Helps me at Bloat to help contribute, and also at Chambers at Mystics. So it's a good item, definitely worth having. Can also help for Slayer stuffs occasionally. But for the most part, very good upgrade and fairly easy to get. And this place is one of the strangest places in the game by far. Everything from like the design to the sound effects to the drop tables is always really weird, so it's kind of fun experience just running through it. Bro, that's the entire yearly budget on Jagex's sound effects department going here. Slayer and Chambers are the 2 big ones right now. Oh yeah, just like releases another Pterodon. For like no reason at all other than to just be like, hey. Cool. Salve! And just like that, Salvia. Just like that. Easy as. Right, so after getting the Salve, I decided it was time for some Chambers. And of course we have a little bit of a Mystics in this raid, so it gets some action as well. Fang on Tecton here, very strong indeed. Not quite as strong as I imagined, especially after the nerf. It's been a bit less effective, but it still gets the job done. I think ultimately a really good upgrade would be a Hammer or a BGS, but that's a bit out of my price range right now. Chambers is definitely the raid I feel the most comfortable in. It's the raid I've done the most of, and it's the raid where I think I generally have the most fun when soloing. But it's been a while since I've been sort of like had a reason to solo, so it's actually really nice going back to Chambers on Fresh Start Worlds. There's kind of like a really nice stage in the account where every upgrade I get, even if it's from Chambers, is going to be really, really big. So like if I get an Arcane or a Dex, I'm just going to use it on myself. If I get Ancestral, I get to keep it and use it. Dragonite Crossbow, Buckler, ToB, like, you know, any of these things is just useful to me. And it's kind of funny because I find myself in a place where I'm kind of playing like an Iron Man within Chambers at least. And not that that's a bad thing, because it's kind of like the fun part of Iron Man. It's not supply gathering, it's not anything else. It's just exclusively within Chambers. It's like, hey, everything here is mine and everything here is useful. So it's really fun actually. It's kind of brings me back to how it was when I was sort of playing a long time ago and doing this exact same upgrade path, trying in the same way to just get a couple of items and just put it straight on the account. So definitely this kind of hits the nostalgic feel for me, even though it's a bit probably further than most other people would assume nostalgia hits in the game, but Chambers is where it is for me anyway. So very comfortable, very at home, very happy. This guy's just chilling, he doesn't even attack. Cool. Ideal world, you pull a ToB? Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to run around with ToB on this, but hey. Okay, we're getting through it, we're getting through it. It's not the cleanest. It's not the prettiest, but we're getting there. Somewhat annoyingly, Vasa actually ends up being one of the more frustrating / slow NPCs to fight in the raid, purely due to a lack of effective range weaponry. I'm stuck with a blowpipe with amethyst darts, no rigor, and like not really, you know, no anguish, nothing like this, no like big range upgrades. So at not even 90 range, it's actually kind of rough to get through even a regular Vasa. Despite Fang kind of murdering the crystals, range weapon sucks. So, but there's obviously like a lot of rooms that aren't really great with my gear, and I got to be very, very, very picky about what scouts I do, which is somewhat annoying but also expected. So, I guess that's just the Chambers life, especially when you're low level. You just gotta pick and mix, I guess, until you get the right stuff. And I guess that's also the beauty of Chambers, though. You get to do what you want to do in a sense. That's why scouting was always kind of fun in a sense for some people. I've never minded it personally. And anyway, on fight right now. Got to be very careful conserving supplies. This was my first raid after all, and I brought in something like 7 brews. I have these 7 brews on a no prep raid, and I can only do no preps because I don't have the herb level, because I'm doing Vanguards. So this goes back to like being very picky about what kind of raid I do, and making sure that before I even start the raid, I've planned out all of my supplies super carefully, make sure I have exactly what I need, and that I'm going to get enough restores, overload, enhance, everything else from what's actually in the raid. So scouting takes maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and you can add that onto the total raid time, but that's just like an inherent part of some necessary thing you have to do to make chambers work. But outside of that, I mean, I'm going to improve over time, get used to the gear, so I'll try and bring it down to maybe 4 or 5 brews over time, 3 if I get a Sang stuff, that kind of stuff, and the raids will really get more efficient as I get a bit more used to the gear. Surely? Sad scam game. Give me the telly at least. I mean, shit, that's decent GB. Okay. But 35 minutes for a solo raid, that's not terrible, I mean... Well, it's not terrible. I'll definitely do more. Alright, raid number 2. Surely it's purple. Yeah, that was 36 minutes, so a little bit slow. Oh, nice, tablet, okay. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but the tablet's actually very good. This little tablet you get from Chambers is a 1 in 10, and it unlocks a teleport on your Zarix Talisman to TP right to this bank, so it's one of the best banks in the game, super convenient for Chambers, and nice to get it out of the way early. All of us were getting some good upgrades, and we decided to run some level 320 TOAs. Staff for me. It's still not my purple, but we get it. We take money. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Cool. Look as a ghost. Surely, right? Nice. Deserved. Can we not have a ring or a reward, please? I'm not surprised then. These are like 320s. These are like 320 trios with like 2 deaths or 1 death. It's not that unlikely. Staff, give us the staff. Come on! Yeah, it's money. It's okay. Am I actually hard trolling? Okay, well, yeah. But... Right, the B3B. I want to go to bed. As much as I want the purple, I want to go to bed. Please. Oh, it's purple. God damn it. It's mine. I want to go to bed, man. Let me sleep. Well. Staff. More purples. B4B? Sure, but staff first. Well, with that B3B, I decided I'd go and train some prayer, and of course, the Fresh Start worlds only have about 5 worlds available, so I was getting attacked straight up 24/7, non-stop. I don't think I had more than 20 minutes without being attacked, and this was at 4 AM, so there were really people all over the place. And at this stage, they have TV, they have like weird stuff like ballistas like this guy here, and it was just a pain in the ass. My goal here was 80 prayer, so I banked 80 prayer with 2,500 dragon bones, and I wanted to get 80 prayer in preparation for rigor and augury and fight caves and inferno down the road. So the idea here with 80 is that it's one of those numbers that gives you more prayer restore per dose of restore that you drink for whatever reason, and it also gives you enough prayer that you have 74 for rigor and 77 for augury, ready to go whenever I get the prayer scrolls down the road. So plenty of escapes like this though happening, and a couple of funny moments as well. So I've made friends with the PK. This guy's the guy that tried to kill me like 4 or 5 times. And I thought it was a bot, to be totally honest, but yeah, it seems like he's just a guy having fun, which is fair enough. I mean, I guess you just gotta have some fun in this game. Who we rooting for? Who we rooting for? Gnome Hatcher's my boy. He said peace to me. He's chilling. I'm chilling. This guy's trying to DDS him out. I think this is like Simulate. This guy tried to get on me as well a bit earlier. It's actually really active on these worlds. There's more people. Holy shit's happening. Mate, come on, get it. This is great. Yeah, this is what I needed today. Just me and my gang trying to hunt down Gnome Hatch. This is what I was looking for. Bit of excitement in the willy. It's really interesting. It's 4 AM right now, and I am on like a US world show. Hey. Bro's gonna get like 1k off me. Man. Easy redempt. Level 30 wildy. Come on, get me out of here. No. See if I can lose him in the cave. Oh, he's smart. He waited. He waited. Fair play. He probably gets me, but I guess he gets 1k. GZ. Okay, I'll hit him with the GZ. Here we go. Decided we'd do some fight caves to get the fire cape. I'm actually just going to hand it in and not bother taking it with me. I want an Infernal Cape, but I'm probably going to go get a Boffer before I do that to make my life easier. I just don't really enjoy doing sort of low-level Inferno. I don't play correctly, or my playstyle is not very conducive to getting cape. So either way, I'm going to get it prepared, and this should be a one and done. Really. Pretty fun. Got it for 2.4? Is that all? Hey, that's a big scam. First bow was like 5 bill, I think. Big shout out to Santa Hat Jad for making the fight very easy for me and just mostly ranging me, so good guy Jad. And of course we're going to go hand in this fire cape straight away and unlock the Inferno to be prepared for whenever I get a Boffer in the new year. Really a buck? Surely. Surely it's purple. It kind of looked a bit purple, man. It kind of looked a little bit purple, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm profiting a little bit though, minus the Blood Fury charges maybe. 500k loots per raid, maybe even more, it's not bad. I'm recording now. So, as far as I'm aware, everything in this chest is really good, with the exception of Elder Maul. Don't be Elder Maul. Nice, that's actually fucking massive, okay. I'm probably just gonna use the dex. I trained AT Prayer this morning just to get, like, potentially a dex. I have 2 options with this. One is we sell and we get, like, a Tom. I have to use it, right? I should probably just use it. You tripping it? I have to use it. Alright. We got it for a reason. It's worth it. It's 100 mil, man. Whee! Yay! Okay, very nice. I guess I should do one more then. I wasn't going to, but we'll go for the back-to-back. 3.5 million Drone. I deserve to get lucky. It's about time. My solo RNG sucks. Oh man, I totally butchered the recording, but dude, 5kc purple. We clutched up the end there. Nothing good for me. All right. Well, anything here is amazing. Like literally anything is amazing, except for Rapier, which is probably surprisingly not worth much. It's an Avernic. All right, we have an agreement here. He's going to buy the Avernic for 125, so that's going to be a pretty nice 40 odd mil split. I'm probably going to reserve most of this to pay off the rest of the Fang, but big split and first ToB payouts, so very nice. Fellas, I'm afraid I'm out of time for the end of this episode, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the series so far. This is probably going to be the last episode for the end of the year, so wishing you all very happy holidays. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe as always, or leave a like and a comment. There's going to be plenty more next year. We're going to try and get a Boffer, tackle the Inferno, and of course complete the remaining goals. Bank is up to probably around about 150, 200 mil, I'd say easily, so 1/5 of the way there to the 1 bill goal, but that could change around any second with a big drop, so just gotta wait on it and hope for the best. But thanks again everyone, and I'll catch you in the next year. Happy holidays everyone, and goodbye from me.